Hello and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we're diving into a super exciting and powerful topic: how to think smart and speak fluent. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, if you've ever felt stuck, nervous, or slow when speaking English, this episode is for you.
Hey everyone, I'm Bill, your co-host, and I'm really looking forward to this one. You know, Sarah, so many learners focus only on speaking, but they forget that fluency starts with smart thinking. It's not just about having a big vocabulary. It's about knowing how to use what you already know, quickly and confidently.
Exactly, Bill. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the mindset, the mental strategies, and the practical exercises that help you think faster and speak more fluently, just like native speakers do.
We'll break it down into simple steps, share real-life examples, and even give you a small challenge at the end, something you can try right away to boost your fluency.
So get comfortable, grab a notebook if you like, and let's jump into this episode: how to think smart and speak fluent. So let's begin with the big question. Why is thinking smart so important for speaking fluent English?
That's such a great starting point. You know, many learners think fluency is just about memorizing more words or perfecting grammar. But actually, fluency is more about how you think while speaking.
Right. I've seen students with amazing vocabulary still struggle to speak. Why? Because they're thinking too much, translating in their head, or doubting themselves.
Exactly. Smart thinking means you train your brain to think directly in English, without translating. It's like building a shortcut in your brain. Instead of going from your native language to English, you go straight to English thought.
Yes, and it also means thinking in ideas, not words. For example, instead of thinking, how do I say, I am going to the market in English? You just think, I go to the market, and say it, fast and simple.
And the mindset matters too. Many learners think they have to speak perfect English to sound fluent. But smart thinkers know that communication is more important than perfection.
So true. And thinking smart helps reduce fear. When you stop worrying about grammar rules and start focusing on the message, you speak more freely and naturally.
Let's give a quick example. Imagine someone asks you, "What did you do yesterday?" If you start thinking, okay, yesterday, past tense, verb do. Should I say did? What vocabulary should I use? You freeze.
But if you think smart, you just picture it. I went to work. I met a friend. We had coffee. Simple thoughts, direct speech.
That's the goal. Think smart, short, clear, natural thoughts, and your speech becomes fluent automatically.
So if you're listening and wondering why your English is slow or hesitant, ask yourself, am I thinking smart, or am I overthinking every sentence?
Great point. And in the next section, we'll show you exactly how to build that smart English mindset.
All right, now let's dive into how to build a smart English mindset. This is the foundation of speaking fluently.
Yes, a smart mindset means you believe in your ability to speak, and you trust yourself to make mistakes and still keep going. It's not about being perfect. It's about being confident. CD.
Exactly, Bill. And one of the first things smart English speakers do is this: they stop trying to be perfect. Fluency doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being consistent and natural.
Right. Many learners think, oh, I can't speak English well because I make grammar mistakes. But guess what? Even native speakers make grammar mistakes. All the time.
So true. Think about children. They speak before they even understand grammar. They speak because they trust their brain. That's what we want English learners to do.
Let's talk about a really powerful tool. Self-talk. Smart learners talk to themselves in English, out loud or silently, during the day.
Yes, it's one of my favorite techniques. For example, you wake up and say, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm making breakfast. It's a beautiful day. It sounds simple, but it trains your brain to think in English automatically.
It also boosts confidence. When you speak to yourself, there's no pressure, no fear of mistakes. You just practice your fluency in a safe space.
Another mindset tip: use positive affirmations. In English, tell yourself, I can speak English clearly. I am improving every day. You train your brain to believe it, and then your brain helps make it happen.
Yes, your brain listens to your thoughts. So if you keep saying, my English is bad, your brain believes it. But if you say, I'm getting better, your brain starts to look for progress. Oh,
And one more thing, smart thinkers focus on ideas, not words. They speak in meaningful phrases, not individual vocabulary.
that's a big one. Instead of memorizing 100 random words, remember useful sentence blocks like, I'd like to, I'm not sure, but can you tell me?
That's how native speakers think, in chunks. And when you do that, your speaking becomes fast and fluent without even trying.
So to sum it up, don't aim for perfection. Talk to yourself daily in English. Use positive affirmations. Think in ideas and chunks.
Exactly. That's the smart English mindset. And in the next segment, we'll show you the mental strategies to make this mindset even stronger.
Stay with us. It's going to get even more practical.
Welcome back. Now that we've built the smart English mindset, let's take it a step further. In this segment, we're talking about mental strategies for smart thinking. Techniques you can use to think faster and speak better.
Yes, these are like tools for your brain. You don't need to study harder. You just need to train smarter. And one of my favorite strategies is visualization.
Oh, that's a good one. Can you explain how learners can use visualization to think smart?
Sure. When you hear or say something in English, try to picture it in your mind. For example, if you say, I'm drinking coffee, don't think of the words. Picture yourself holding the cup, taking a sip, feeling the warmth.
That's powerful, because when you connect language to images, it becomes more natural and memorable. It's how children learn.
Exactly. Another great strategy is called chunking flowers. We touched on this earlier. It means thinking in phrases instead of words.
Yes, like instead of thinking, what is your name? You just say, what's your name? As one complete unit. That's how native speakers speak. They don't break it down word by word.
That's right. So if you practice common chunks like, how can I help you? Or, I don't think so, they become automatic. That's smart thinking.
And let's not forget one of the best strategies ever: shadowing.
Yes, shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say immediately, like an echo.
It helps train your brain to think and speak at the same time. You stop thinking in your native language because your brain is focused on keeping up with the speaker.
And that's where fluency starts, in real-time thinking. Plus, shadowing helps with intonation, rhythm, and pronunciation, too.
Another tip I always give my students is this: react instead of translate. When someone speaks to you, don't try to translate it word by word. Just respond with a natural reaction.
Right. For example, someone says, "I had a long day." Don't pause to translate. Just say, "Oh, really? What happened?" That's real conversation. Fast, fluent, and smart.
So, to review, SMART mental strategies include visualization chunking, shadowing reacting naturally instead of translating,
Use these strategies every day, and your brain will start to think like a fluent English speaker. Full.
Coming up next, we'll show you how to practice all of this in your daily routine.
Don't go anywhere. We're just getting to the good part.
All right, welcome back. So far, we've talked about mindset and mental strategies. Now it's time for something super practical. SMART practice techniques that you can use daily to become a fluent speaker.
Yes, because practice doesn't mean repeating grammar rules for hours. Smart practice is about using your time and energy in the right way.
Exactly. Let's start with a big one: daily speaking routines. One of the smartest things you can do is to create a small daily routine where you speak English out loud, even if you're alone.
Yes, just 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. You can describe what you're doing. I'm making tea. I'm checking my emails. I'm going for a walk.
Simple sentences like that train your brain to think in English naturally. And the best part? No pressure, no fear, just you and your voice.
Another smart technique is recording yourself. Sada, I love this one. Just record yourself speaking about your day or answering a question like, "What's your favorite movie?"
Then listen back and notice two things. One, where you hesitate. Two, what you say well. That way, you can improve your weak spots and celebrate your strong points.
Yes, and it also helps you track your progress over time, which is super motivating.
Here's another great one: topic-based practice. Pick a topic, like travel, food, or hobbies, and speak about it for 2 minutes every day. It builds your vocabulary and confidence around that subject.
And don't forget about conversation simulations. If you don't have a speaking partner, no problem. You can create one. Pretend you're at a restaurant. "Hi, I'd like a coffee, please." "Sure. Anything else?" "No, that's all. Thank you."
It might sound silly at first, but it works. It trains your muscle memory. So when real conversations happen, you're ready.
Another favorite of mine, mirror practice. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Watch your face, your mouth movements, your expressions. It helps build confidence and clarity.
And one final technique: use English during your hobbies. Watch YouTube videos, read short articles, or follow social media in English about things you love. Learning becomes fun and natural.
Let's recap the SMART practice techniques. Daily speaking routine. Record yourself. Topic-based speaking simulated dialogues. Mirror practice. Use English in your hobbies.
Choose one or two each day. Small steps equals big results.
And remember, practice doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent.
Coming up next, we'll talk about how to use real-life English input to think smarter and speak faster.
Stay with us. This next part is a game changer.
Welcome back. Now, let's connect the pieces. We've built a smart mindset, learned mental strategies, and practiced with smart techniques. Now it's time to answer the big question: how do you link smart thinking to fluent speaking?
Yes, because thinking smart is great. But our goal is to speak fluently in real situations, with confidence, flow, and natural rhythm.
Exactly. The first key is this: think in ideas, not words. When you have something to say, don't try to translate. Just focus on the idea you want to express, then let the words come naturally.
Yes, for example, instead of thinking, "How do I say I had fun at the party?" in English, just imagine yourself having fun and say what feels natural.
It may sound simple, but it's actually how native speakers speak. They don't plan every word. They just flow from thought to word to speech.
Another important thing is pausing to think smartly, not panicking. Fluent speakers also pause. They just do it with confidence. They use fillers like, "Let me think." That's a good question. Well,
That's such a good point. Pausing is not a mistake. It's part of natural conversation. So don't be afraid to take a breath and organize your thoughts.
here's a powerful tool: connectors. These are short phrases that link your ideas smoothly. First of all, in my opinion, on the other hand, to sum up, they help you think clearly and speak fluently.
Yes, when your ideas are clear in your head, your speech becomes clear too. That's the secret.
And don't forget this: fluency is not speed, it's clarity. Even if you speak slowly, if your message is clear, you are fluent.
Exactly. It's better to speak slowly and clearly than fast and confused. So give yourself permission to slow down. That's also smart thinking.
Let's do a quick recap. To link smart thinking to fluent speaking: think in ideas, not words. Pause confidently. Use connectors. Focus on clarity, not speed.
Perfect summary. And coming up next, we'll talk about how to stay consistent and stay motivated on your journey to smart and fluent English.
Yes, this is where real transformation happens. Don't go anywhere.
All right, we're moving strong. Before we wrap up, let's quickly talk about something important: mistakes smart speakers avoid.
Yes, because speaking smart isn't just about what you do. It's also about what you don't do. Chance.
Mistake number 1: translating everything from your native language. Smart speakers avoid this trap. Instead, they think in English, even if it's simple English.
Exactly. Mistake number 2: trying to speak perfectly. Smart speakers focus on being clear and natural, not perfect. It's okay to make small mistakes. That's part of learning.
Mistake number 3: speaking without listening. Fluent speaking starts with good listening. Smart learners always observe, mimic, and learn from real conversation.
And finally, being afraid to speak. Smart speakers take risks. They speak even if they're unsure. That's how they grow.
Let's sum it up. Smart speakers avoid translating too much, chasing perfection, ignoring listening, fear of mistakes.
Avoid these, and you're on your way to speaking fluently and confidently.
Up next, our final thoughts to inspire you. Let's wrap this up with some motivation. All right, listeners, now it's time to take everything we've talked about and turn it into action. This is your Think Smart, Speak Fluent challenge.
Yes, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start smart. So here's a simple 7-day challenge that anyone can follow.
Day 1. Build the mindset. Write down why you want to speak fluent English. Read it every morning. Remind yourself, I can think smart, I can speak fluently.
Day 2. Visualization practice. Choose 5 daily actions like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Say them out loud in English and visualize sign them in your mind.
Day 3. Chunk training. Pick 5 common phrases like, what do you mean? Or, I'm not sure yet. Practice them 10 times each, as chunks, not single words.
Day 4. Shadowing session. Find a short YouTube video or podcast in English. Listen and shadow for 5 minutes. Try to match the speaker's tone and speed.
Day 5. Topic talk. Choose a topic like food, movies, or travel. Speak for 2 minutes about it. Record yourself. Don't worry about mistakes, just speak freely.
Day 6. Smart listening. Watch a conversation clip or short scene. Focus on how the speakers connect ideas and repeat what you hear.
Day 7. Speak in real life. Use English in one real situation, even if it's just a short sentence. Ask for something in English, comment online, or speak to a friend.
And boom! In just 7 days, you'll notice a real change in the way you think and speak. Remember, smart practice beats hard practice.
This isn't just a challenge, it's the start of your fluency journey. So take the first step, take the challenge, and start thinking smart today.
You've got this. We believe in you.
And we'll be right here, cheering you on, every step of the way. And there you have it, friends. Think smart, speak fluent. We've shared the mindset, the strategies, the techniques, and even a challenge. Now it's your turn to take the next step.
Remember, fluency doesn't start with your mouth. It starts with your mind. If you train your brain to think in English, speaking becomes natural, not stressful.
You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent, curious, and brave. Every sentence you speak, every small effort you make, it all adds up.
And don't forget, you're not alone. Millions of learners are on this journey with you, and we're here too, cheering you on in every episode.
So keep going. Think smart, speak from your heart, and trust the process. The fluent version of you is already on the way.
We believe in you, and we can't wait to see how far you'll go.
Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and subscribe so you never miss an update.
Until next time, keep thinking smart and keep speaking